Kalari, and I'm going to be your host for the last session. It actually has three components, right? So first we'd like to introduce you to a couple of our partners who played a very big role in what Kstart is today and is going to be going forward. We've got a fantastic talk coming up by David Rowan on disruption. You don't want to miss that one. And finally, we've got a presentation, a very short presentation by an amazing startup that's going to blow your socks off or your mind or whatever you want to get blown off. And I would really stay for that one as well. Look, at Kstart, we've always believed that for a startup to be successful, there are many ways you can accelerate their growth. And if you're plugged into the right ecosystem and the right partners, it can make a pretty big impact on your growth trajectory. And we've been extremely fortunate to have two of the best names in the business, Google and IBM, coming on board as partners in this whole Kstart journey, right? And we feel the kind of support, and you're going to hear from each of them, the kind of support that they're going to provide to our companies, you know, can be pretty game-changing. And I'm going to have Google describe first, especially to all your startups out there, what is it that you can expect from them, why they're a participant in this journey. And I'd like to invite Sunil Rao over. And Sunil is someone who we think extremely highly of. I mean, he's put a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort into it. I'm sure most of you know who he is. He is the head of strategic relationships as part of the VC ecosystem and startups for Google in India, right? And he's worked very, very hard with us to make this dream a reality. And I'd like to call Sunil to explain what is it that, how Google thinks about this partnership, and what is it that US startups can hope to leverage from this, yeah? Sunil?
Thank you, Mona. Hello, good afternoon. So, before I go on with the regular business, I've been to this exact spot around a month back. That's on Jan 5th. And all I saw was an empty hall. And Wani assured me that this is going to be one of the best accelerator spaces that you would have ever seen in the world. And today I want to believe that that's a fact. And this is indeed one of the best looking accelerators that I've ever seen in the world. So huge congrats to the entire Kstart team. And as you all know, Wani is the captain of the ship, and but there are a lot of other people who have really worked tirelessly to make this dream a reality. And I want to call upon Pragya, Samad, Sid, Ashish, Sumit, and Bala on stage. And these are the real people who made it happen. Come on here, guys. These are the awesome heroes. Come on, guys, let's give them a huge round of applause. Okay, cool. Thank you. So Google has been working with Kalari for last 12 months, and when we did our very first Launchpad Week program, Wani was one of our mentors on the final day, and that's how the entire relationship between Google and Kalari started. And around 6 months back, in typical Wani style, she came up to me and said, I want to discuss about a very interesting project that we have in mind, and it was all about Kstart. And I could see a lot of synergies between Google and Kstart as to how this is going to be playing it out. So in 6 months, from the time she had this actual concept to just turning it into reality, this is super amazing. So Google has been working with startups for the last 3 years, and this is the number which we are talking about in terms of the smartphone market globally. Now by around 2020 we'll be saying close to around 40 to 50 billion devices. I'm also talking about IoT or connected devices. And India is definitely accelerating. What do I mean by that? In last 3 years or so, we have moved from number 8 position to number 3 position in terms of number of startups being incorporated in India. So if I'm taking 2010 as a baseline, you had something around 300 to 350 new startups being incorporated. And year on year, it started increasing. And last year, we had close to 1,400 new startups incorporated in India alone. And there is at least 2x or 3x number of startups who are in the stealth mode who are still not incorporated in the company. So if you look at the pool, it's really huge. And even in terms of funding, I think we have seen a good run for startups in India. And I'm basing this report on the NASSCOM Zeno Google Startup Report, which we released in November last year. There was close to around $5 billion worth of investment in India in the startup ecosystem. That's huge. And that's close to 125% growth over 2014. And there are close to 490 active angel investors in the country. And there are close to 100 active VCs in the country, so that's huge. And if you're looking at where exactly Google will play a part, on one side you had these amazing people with great ideas, and on the other side you had VCs and angels who are giving them money. And the third is the most important part of the ecosystem is mentoring. And we did feel that there was a huge gap that we can, as Google, can really fill in, and that's where we started a series of programs. Just like any other program, we also do feel that the needs of a startup is completely different based on if you're at an early stage, if you're at a mid stage, or if you're at a mature stage, right? And if you're looking at 2013, 2014, the biggest trend of the industry is we don't have great product managers, right? So we'll focus a lot on, in terms of best practices, in terms of what Google is doing in the area of product management. 2015, it was all about UI and UX. Okay, even now, if you ask any founder, the biggest issue that he is finding is, I don't find great UI UX expert in the country. So what do you do about that? So that's where Google is really stepping up, and we have been doing series of design sprints, and we have been bringing them up to speed on what material design is all about. Education on material design, lots and lots of workshops. We have done close to 10 different workshops with the startup ecosystem in 2015 alone, and each batch size is somewhere around 6 to around 10 different startups. And the most important thing is just to teach them on the simplicity of design. It's just not about cluttered design, it's not about how sexy your UI is, it's about simplicity and the ease with which you are able to navigate and hit your end goal. So based on these needs, we have come out with 3 different programs. One is for a very early stage startup where you got MVP in place, and that's called the Launchpad Week program. Okay, we started in February of 2015, and we have rolled out 3 batches, and there are close to 60 startups who have been coming out of these batches. And the enthusiasm was so high, there were close to 1,300 startups which applied to be a part of this program. And the next is the mid-stage program, and that's called the Launchpad Accelerator program. And we kickstarted our very first batch of the Accelerator program in January of this year. And as we speak, around last 2 weeks, we have taken close to 8 startups from India to be a part of this accelerator program, and they spent all their time with the product management teams at Google for 2 weeks. And we started this as a pilot program, and we had 8 startups from India, 8 startups from Indonesia, and another 8 from Brazil. And so far, the kind of response that we have been getting is really outstanding. So this is the first program, the Launchpad Week. As it clearly talks about, it's a week-long program. The Launchpad Accelerator is a 6-month-long mentoring program. And then there's one more program which we had for the mature stage startups. And this has been in existence in the US for the last 4 years. And if you're looking at the likes of Airbnb, that's the kind of accounts that we manage in the last stage program. And we are really happy to let you know that we are bringing this program to India starting February this year. As we speak, we have got that program in India. And we'll be mentoring the startups for next 12 months. And we'll be working with top 5 VCs in the country, and we'll be selecting 20 startups and working with them for 12 months. So in total, if you look at the funnel, the Google Launchpad Week, there'll be close to 80 to 90 startups will be coming out of that funnel. The mid-stage startups, there'll be 16 startups who will be getting mentored, and the mid-stage long-term partnership, we're talking about 20 startups in total. So this is some more information on the Launchpad Week program. As we said, we started in February, and we plan to do it every quarter. Every quarter there will be close to between 15 to 20 startups is what we'll be selecting. And all this program is held in our Bangalore campus. And the best way of measuring success of this program is how many of them, once they came out of the program, within next 3 to 4 months, are they able to raise any kind of angel funding or Series A funding. And the track record is we are happy to let you know that almost around 10 of them out of those 60 were able to raise some kind of angel, and 4 of them ended up raising Series A. So that talks a lot about the quality of the program and the kind of due diligence that we have made in order to take the program to the next level. The Launchpad Accelerator program is again a brand new program, and this is where we are working with Kstart and Kstart. So, as I said, we had 8 companies to be a part of this program, and we just had around 16 founders who are in Mountain View for the last 2 weeks, and they'll come back and they've got an opportunity to work out of this beautiful Kstart space for the next 6 months. So that's the kind of partnership. They are the venue partners, and each of the startups will also be eligible to get 50,000 USD worth of grant-free, equity-free grant from Google. Okay, that's the highlight of the program. And apart from that, the kind of synergy that we see is, again, there is funding available from the Kstart team, apart from the funding that Google has been providing. And that's extremely useful for an early stage startup, right? So we want this kind of startups to concentrate on building, executing world-class products. And we take care of all the problems in terms of your mentoring, in terms of raising your angels, and so on and so forth. This is a new program that we are starting in India. It's again for the mid-stage, Series A and Series B funded startups. And we'll be identifying top 5 VCs in the country. And through their nominations, by the end of the year, we'll be working with top 20 Series A and B startups. And the terms of engagement is we'll be working with them for next 12 months. And there are a lot of custom product integrations that we force through this partnership, which is mutually beneficial. And obviously, the biggest thing is beta early access program. And they also get an opportunity if they have really done the integrations well, and if they are scaling up well. The biggest thing for any kind of a developer, especially if you are working in India, is to showcase your product at Google I/O. And these guys will be eligible to showcase their product at such amazing events. So, before I play a video, this is the video that we shot almost around a year back when we did our very first Launchpad Week program. And there was so much of interest that we saw in the program that we thought we have to scale this program, but we wanted the right kind of startups to apply for this program. So we came up with this video which talks about what this program is all about, how to apply for this program, and what's the benefits that you'll get at the end of the day. So I want to just roll out this Launchpad Week program to Google.
Startups in India. The city fosters a culture of risk-taking. It encourages the adventurers to leave a cushy job and start up. And that's exactly why we need everyone's back, along with a couple of friends. My name is Vivek. I'm the co-founder of this project, and I started a company.
The last 5 years
All
With that, I want to thank you one and all, and